everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anam from My Inspired Home, and today I'm super excited to share with you some very simple, budget-friendly, and easy tips to help you make your home look and feel more luxurious. There are ways to make every space look and feel beautiful, little tricks to trick the eye. You might be living in like a builder-grade home. Maybe you live in an apartment that feels very simple and plain to you. But I have some good news for you. You don't have to break any walls. You don't have to break your bank to still achieve beautiful spaces around your house. So let's get right into this video and see what I mean. I want to start off with something that's a matter of first impressions and also human nature. Out of the 5 senses that we humans have, smell is the strongest, and it's also the one that's very strongly linked with memory. We all get used to the smell of our own house, right? But when someone else walks into our house, smell is the first thing that they take in, and it's very likely that it's gonna be something that they remember you by. You don't want people to like smell socks and shoes somewhere else and then be like, oh, I remember this reminds me of that person's house. You don't want that. I think one of the best things you can do is to just open up windows and doors frequently and let your house air out. There's all kinds of smells that just accumulate. Also, I hope it goes without saying that you need to keep your house clean. I don't necessarily mean tidy. Like, you know, I have 3 little kids. Actually, there's toys right here on the floor as I'm talking. But I do think you have to pay attention to making sure that your house is clean, because if you have things like mold in the washroom, grime and stuff like that, that stuff smells, and it's like it's hard to kind of see exactly why. Like you could be like, I emptied out the diaper genie and why does it still smell bad here, right? It could be all that kind of stuff that's building up. Now, I live in Canada, so it's like very cold here half the year, but whenever possible, at least in the summer and spring, I'm always opening up my windows and doors. Now, the other thing that I really like using is those like scented incense oil sticks, like, you know, the diffuser ones. Like I think they're called Reed diffuser or something. I got one from Amazon. I got one from HomeSense. I really like them, and it's not a hazard because it's not something you have to light. I have little kids around, and so I don't prefer having candles, at least like not somewhere where they can touch it. So I really like that these diffusers diffuse this really nice subtle smell all the time, and it takes a while for them to finish. So I would say they're ideal for things like entryways or even powder rooms, right? Because it's like a smaller area, and then they're really nice and they kind of just always keep that fragrance going. I try to stay away from like sprays and those plug-in type of fragrances, but diffusers are nice. Essential oils are great too, but yeah, definitely pay attention to the smell of your house. You want it to be fragrant, instant high-end feel. Okay, the second thing that I'm gonna say is about color schemes. Following a color scheme in your home is like a safe bet to make it feel more high-end and luxurious. And I hope you know that how your space looks and feels really has an impact on you. If you come home and your home at least looks and feels nice and relaxing, it's gonna change your mood. It's gonna make you feel better too. There are different ways you can go about it. You can either do the light and airy feel, or you can do the warm and cozy feel. The thing is, shades of white, beige, and gray, they kind of create that airiness and a clean, timeless backdrop that you can then easily accessorize. I'm not that brave, so I don't go coloring my walls just yet. I might try that in the future, but you know, like my walls are white here, and then I mean, like I've got a blue sofa, I've got this, you know, pink flower situation happening for the spring and summer right now. I really like it. So, you know, you can always bring in color that way. But if you are confident with colors and you understand like complementary colors, like, you know, you have the eye for them, then I think definitely go for it. It makes for the moodiest, most cozy spaces, and it can remind you of a boutique hotel. I actually did another video which is about home decor design mistakes, and one of the mistakes I talked about was having these matchy-matchy accent colors and how not to do that, but to actually pick like a combination of 3 to 4 colors that complement each other and how they go together. So definitely check that video out. Overall, I'm gonna say whatever you do, make sure that your home has a cohesive color palette going around. That's definitely gonna elevate the look and feel of your space. Upgrading your hardware, like this is one of the easiest things you can do. I'm talking about things like doorknobs. I'm talking about like drawer pulls, cabinet pulls, and these really don't cost a lot. Like you can go to HomeSense sometimes and find a really good deal on like a pack of 4 you know, drawer pulls that are like very funky and different and fancy. You come home, you swap those out with the ones that you currently have, and you're gonna see such a big impact. Like, you know, we're not swapping out entire furniture pieces or cabinets, we're just changing the hardware, and it's just making such a difference. Think of it like jewelry, you know, like when you have your outfit but then you accessorize it with jewelry jewelry, you might add metallics, right? Like you might do like a rose gold or a silver or gold, depending on the color scheme of your outfit or what looks good on you, right? And that just takes your outfit to the next level. So this is kind of like that. Like you have your home and you have these furniture pieces, and then they need some accessories, and these kind of little hardware updates act as jewelry for those furniture pieces, and they make them look so nice. Okay, next I want to talk about textiles and textures and volumes. Varying different textures can instantly transform the way a room feels. I'm thinking in particular about bedrooms. You don't want a flat bed sheet or like a flat blanket to just be on top of your bed. You want to add some fluff and some volume. I guess think of it like styling your hair or styling your hijab. You don't want to be a flat head, you want a little bit of volume, right? So it's the same kind of concept, but apply it to the bedroom. You want to mix and match different fabrics, for your pillows, throws, or rugs. For example, you can pair a velvet cushion with a knitted throw or a silk pillow with a wool blanket. Like that kind of layering just adds depth and luxury to your space. It's almost like it takes it from being 2D to 3D. And that's what adds depth, and that's what makes it more interesting, all that detail. So definitely have a look at the textiles that you have in every space, especially in the bedroom. Have a variety going on, and it will look so nice and interesting. All right, next I want to talk about layered lighting. I feel like this is so impactful. If you have a combination of lighting, like ceiling lights, task lights, floor lamps, table lamps, all that kind of stuff, it creates such a warm and inviting atmosphere. Don't forget things like dimmers and wall sconces. These are all things that you can buy and add to your space and just create such a beautiful feel. They don't have to be expensive. You can actually find amazing lamps and stuff at thrift stores. You can find lamp shades separately, you can find lamp bases separately, mix and match, and they actually end up looking so nice. Now, if you watched my last video, then you know that I talked about 5 reasons why your home might be looking a little bit cheap. I talked about this example as well, but just look at how much of a difference it makes when you add different types of lights instead of just the one type of light. All right, next up, let's talk about accessories. We all know that you gotta have some accessories to spruce up your space a little bit, but the little trick that gives your accessories that designer touch is just to simply group them in sets of 3. You can get budget-friendly accessories. You don't have to go crazy and get those like super expensive accessories that I don't know who buys, but I'm sure there's people out there that buy them. But you can get the cheaper ones. You can go to the thrift store and find some really unique pieces. But what gives them that designer touch is to just group them in sets of 3. So you have a group of 3 items, varying heights or even textures, varying shapes. Just play around with it until it looks nice and balanced. And you can use this trick on a shelf. You can use this trick on the coffee table, on any kind of mantle, on any kind of ledge that you might have in your house. Actually, this is the kind of thing that staging companies do. Part of what they do. When someone is selling their house or putting it up for rent and they want it to look nice, they will hire a staging company. They come in, they bring in a bunch of accessories, and of course, they're not going to break down walls or make you built-ins. What they will do is bring accessories, they'll arrange them in groups of 3, and that makes such a difference and makes the home look more desirable. I'm gonna do 2 more tips. These are super simple. So you know how in the bathroom we all have bath mats, right? And some of them are nice, but some of them look a little bit tacky. If you replace those with one long runner, it just looks so nice. I do think your washroom has to be a certain sort of, shape, like a bit of a longer shape to be able to do that. But if you can do that, add a runner in. It's just so much nicer, okay? And the second thing that I'm gonna say about the bathroom is having folded white towels. This is gonna sound really silly, but imagine you have a guest bedroom, right? And you have an attached washroom. If somebody's coming to visit you and you have a little tray there with like folded towels, like face towels or hand towels, it will just give you this chic spa-like feel. Your guests might just feel wonderful, right? Because it's just like a little special touch, which I don't think you find very often, but it would be so nice to have. So definitely try that in your washrooms and see how it feels. I'm sure it's gonna take it up a notch. If your home makes you feel like you're in a space that's sorted, luxurious, and it gives you the nice smell and it like makes you feel great with all those beautiful textures and the colors, then why not, right? That little bit of attention to detail goes a long way. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop here. These are all the tips that I'm gonna share today, but I can honestly think of a few more, in fact, several more that are just easy tweaks and fixes, but they can make such a difference. And it doesn't have to be that you make your home feel luxurious to other people. It can even just be for you. That that's what I really believe, that's what I feel. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel. I have so much more fun content coming your way. All right, until next time, bye.